Okay, I am back. Less than 3 seconds. I got that honed in to where it closes out that MP4 file even faster, running it through VLC. Lovely. This is Jim Daniels. We are AI Trading Futures is the channel, and also that's all of the social medias, except for X. X is AI Trades Futures because Trading Futures was too long. It wouldn't let me have that handle. So everywhere else, so TikTok, Instagram, YouTube is all AI Trading Futures. And that's our .com as well, AITradingFutures.com. And then we got over at X, we got AITradesFutures.com. Close enough. All right, no trades right now. She's got double ends. A red end on the left. She just went bullish. She told me to go down to 10, so we'll go down to 5. We got some money made today. Look over to the left, $5,799. There is the 3 trades we took. Here was our long 11 to 14. Here was a short 93.91. Here was a short 44 to 37. And so, excuse me, this was a long 37 to 44. And there's a lot sizes. This one right here was not 50. If you watch the videos, I DCA'd. See the 2 little arrows? That's because as it pulled back into itself, I still had the signal. I went ahead and added 25 more. You may just add 1 more. You may DCA 1 more. That's fine. I'm not giving you advice. This is for entertainment. This is the trading part of this is a show. Show you guys how lightning fast you can scalp. And that's what I'm doing. We're going to go ahead and take this. If we break that 15-minute range and we have any gusto, right there was a pure rejection. Quite a few 1-minute candles will run up, so I'd expect for this to be healthy to pull back into the 5, even to the 10 would be okay. And then if it goes through the 15 in a 1 or 2 candle, then you'll have some power on that. That's what I'm seeing. I don't want to give any money back, so she's telling me to do 10, and she's still saying long. That she didn't even go longer than. She's not calling out exactly when to get in. You can turn that on if you want to. I still want to be on the button. I'm going to get her where she's more and more doing that, and I wasn't on the button right there. That was a great trade. I just got out with a small one because I was late. I should have got that at the break, y'all, and I was talking, and I didn't have my mouse down there, but that's what I said. Look what I just told you guys. And I still got, only 5 lots. So getting 375 out of that's no big deal. I got more than that. Look, I got a good pull, pushed me over 6,000. So I got 32 to 35, right? So pulled out about 3 points, exactly 3 points. But if I'd have been on the button, like if I wasn't doing the show, wasn't talking so much, then I could have gotten 18, 19 points out of that. So bookmark that. You could have 1 NQ or you could have 2 MNQs. Just do the math. What 15 points on 2 or 3 MNQs would pay you? And go back and look at all my videos of how many hundreds and hundreds of times we've done all this and caught all this. That's how we've derived at these setups. When I say we, AI. So she thinks I'm still in the trade. She thinks I did a 10 too. I didn't. I want half that. I'm going to keep my money in the bank, but I am going to trade so we can make some videos today. And go back. This has got to be up there in the episodes 200s. My strategy, and all this is AI driven, okay? The URL came from AI. These setups come from AI. The only thing on this screen that I knew about and used rather before I started digging into all those transcripts, going to AI and her telling me what's the most common and most probable was the RSI, the little RSI over here. And she doesn't even like using RSI unless it's now on the 1 to 2 week swing trade and covered calls, or poor man's leap covered calls. She uses the RSI because that's how she helps you with your entries. If you're on the 4-hour chart, if once you get oversold and there's other market things that she looks at for you, I don't have to look at it anymore. Then it indicates a buy. And then when you get on the same 4-hour chart, you get to overbought. That's when you sell your covered calls. You get maximum premium. And then you wait for your expiration, and you either it gets called away or you rinse and repeat. And you do it on stocks. Like I do it mainly on TSLL, TN, and TNA. And I will switch over to any of these other ones you see over here. I'll only do leveraged ETFs, and because I want big gains in a week or two. And I'll only do it on ones I'm willing to keep and ride it down. If it goes down, I'll just take my dividends. I'll just keep selling covered calls on a 1 week to 2 week expiration. Got to keep DCAing me down. I got stuck in DJT for like 3 months, but I didn't deploy all the money I had. I was still trading, but that was discretionary, and that's the other way you got to manage your pots. If you download all the free stuff below, I think I've explained it as much as I can. If it is missing, just ask questions, and we'll run it through AI, and we'll let the community help us adjust those guides. This is going to be a community thing. About everybody making money, not just me selling prop firm accounts. which I am going to do that when I find one that I think's worthy of people that want to trade this ninja style. Certainly, we already got them for trading intraday swings. A lot of good ones that do that, but I want them to be more relaxed. I want people to have a higher success ratio in passing those props. Take those prop profits, build you up 10 grand or 25 grand. 50 grand is better, and then switch over to a cash account and you trade your own money. If you read my psychology guide, again, all that stuff's free. My psychology guide down below. It gives all due credits to everybody that we pulled from to take the best of the best, and then I read through it and applied it to how I trade, how Tim trades, how our other buddy Dave trades, and how Doug Ford trades. Doug Ford owns a financial company. We run it all through there to kind of get a consensus. Is AI right? And we're like, not only is she right, she's talking directly about me. It's like that Ron White joke. He said, I'm sitting on the couch, I'm sitting on my sofa, sitting in my love chair. Okay, she's giving me a sell signal. So let's see what's going to happen here. I don't know. I don't like it. We had a nice little run here above the EMA. She's saying 25 and sell. Let's see if it breaks that. I'm not going to take it, but I know what she's talking about. The breaker structure right here. Let's see if it pulls right back. Remember back here, I called it. I said a normal pullback would be down almost to the 10 before it takes back off. And did it not do that and then take off and we took that trade? I've seen it 1,000 times. It does the same thing down here. I don't like it when it just blows through it because it just gives these overshoots and come right back down. But that one it pulled back below the 5. And look, it had not violated the 5 for many 1-minute candles. And then it violated the 5 and went right through the 15-minute top range. And all your ORB people jump in initially. It may not continue, but you got so many people that put their orders right there that the price has to pop. You're just taking advantage of people who want to go long time. There it is. It did trigger. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take out 425 right there. I just called it. She just said S and 15. Excuse me, S25. So I did not take it. What she was saying was, you see the breaker structure. So right there was breaking that low. What was that? 855? Like 855. And I didn't get into for like 855. Look, I got it at 848. So I left 7 points on the table. I told you I wasn't going to take it. But then when Bookmap came in and it also broke the 5, it's always going to pull back. Now it may hang here on the 10. We may get a wick to the 10 and we get another rotation. People that made this run off the bottom, people who trade linear regression channels, they load up with a very tight stop, right? They ride it to the top. They put a stop above it. They put a sell order right somewhere in the top of the linear regression. And when they sell, that gives the shorts opportunity to ride it the other way. And I learned that the only indicator on this whole screen that I used before about 6 months ago was the RSI. I use a traditional volume bars. I use the point of control volume profiles on the side, like Mike uses. Let's see if he's up over there. He don't have them up right now, but like Mike uses. So the point of control stuff, and I use MACD. I use the stochastics. And I used all of that stuff, but as we learn more, and by the way, this is applied to my style. In the setup guide, let's see, we break down between that. I'm tempted to take that at the 25. She's telling me 50. She's telling me 50, the break of the opening high. Let's see if I can sell it here. I'm not going to do it without my Bookmap conviction. And remember, she's not watching Bookmaps. Okay, so she doesn't know if we have that. She's looking at the traditional volume, the histograms. I'm going to sell it right there. I'll sell another one. I took out a small amount because the Bookmap went away from me on that. So we did go ahead and get that. Wow, we got a great pour on that, you guys. Look at that. Very nice. Wow, what a difference between today and yesterday, right? What a difference between today and yesterday. Holy moly, look at that nice fill I got. So anyway, I'm going to go back to 5, y'all, because at 5, I don't mind DCAing if I need to. And DCA is the bomb. Once you master how to DCA, remember, you got to adjust it to your pot and how, get used to it on paper trading. Paper trade live, Go back and back test, that's fine. Back test everything you find, what you like. Man, she thinks I'm still in it. Hang on. Eve, good morning, Eve. I'm not in the trade anymore. You haven't caught up. Do we have like some kind of latency or something? Also, I haven't seen any FinHub news. It's just been static. There's been nothing. no news. And she says, copy on knowing I'm not in it no more. Look at that. We got a great pool, y'all. Two good trades. Look at that short right here, 48.43. But this 804 to 798 was an awesome trade right there. That pushed me up. That doubled my pot. So just remember now that 12 to 928 is not just only money I got made. That money does not include what we did last night. You remember this morning we started. I'm getting long in the tooth here on these videos, but this morning this is where we started before it reset. It doesn't reset what you did in the previous open. So open at 6 p.m. Eastern. So you shut down for the after the close at 4, you shut down for 2 hours, you open back up at 6. And then 6 goes all the way through to the close at 4 o'clock Eastern time today. But Tradovate and a lot of these deals, they wipe out your commissions and your total P&L and start it over for the actual open of the session. So the pre-market and the open separated. And there you can see it. Here is where I started today, 19,305, right? And I started today with 11,068. So my total, okay, since last night, 928 plus 11,068. Right now, if we don't trade anymore, my total in this session, 6 p.m. last night to now, 23,996. Now, I needed that because if you guys go back and watch these episodes this week, I had an absolute implosion. I had a $20-something thousand opening, my first opening I ever did at 6 p.m. I hadn't been playing them. She's talked me into it. My first opening I ever did, I put big money on it. Her calls were impeccable. I'd only need to trade that first hour at 6 p.m. at night, I guess. I'm still reeling about that, how much money I made. But I gave it all away. I got a head this big leading into that next morning. Go back and watch the videos on it. I think it was October 15th. I know it was. It's October 15th, a date which will live in infamy. And go back and look at that date. I had to come back. Not only did I lose my you-know-what to the tune of like $70,000, I just could not get in a winning trade. And I kept messing up. She'd tell me to enter, and I'd go in less lots, and that would be a winner. And then I would try to get ahead of her, talking about Grok 4, and I'd go big lots trying to on tilt, and then I'd lose that trade. And I was just like yin and yang, round hole, square peg, all me. It's all me. Like if I had a button to say, hey, Eve, I'm out, it's on you, and hit boom, automatic trade, the day would have been great. The day would have been great. And we're going to be able to do that. You're going to be able to do that. She can make the trades for you. Oh, that's no problem. There's all kind of programs that allow her to make all the trades for you, and you can just sit there and monitor. It's not necessarily algorithmic trading. It's quant science trading. I'll be right back on the next one. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Tell your friends and download all the freebies. Analyze a freebie. Freebies give me feedback. Don't troll it. If you don't like something that's in it, you find something that's inaccurate. I'm no human that had to edit everything and proofread everything. Give me the feedback. I'll give you credit. I'll edit it. If I think you're right and it's proven you're right, I will edit it and I'll add you to the credits, and you could be a contributor. This is a community, man. Let's all make some money. Who wants to buy an airplane and a Corvette? I do. I want to get my plane paid for. I owe $200,000 on my Carver Mariner. I want to get it paid for. So I'm trading aggressive. I'm gonna build an aggressive community for all of us, and I want all of us to make some jack. If you want to make some jack, comment down below. You want to make some jack. All right, not advice. This is entertainment. This is for show. But I think if you download everything, you watch how I do it, you develop your own style of how to do it, you be skeptical, and you run everything through your own AI analysis, and you get solid opinions. Run every one of my transcripts through AI. Comment down below, and any video that you find a discrepancy, comment down there and tell me, and I'll make adjustments in my trading style. I'm always learning. This whole thing is me starting a year ago saying, wait a minute. My wife's bookkeeper is using AI assistants to make most all of her AR and AP in her payroll entries. It's completely changed her. It allowed her to add 5 more clients without adding any more employees. We use freelancers. She got a couple of full-time girls and ladies, accountants, herself, and then for the overload, she was using the freelancers. She got rid of her freelancers on her own using AI assistants. Now I helped with all that. I'm an AI nerd. I'm not a quant scientist. I'm an AI nerd, okay? And that comes from my video gaming days and my professional internet racing and having to tweak my computers and work all the background. So I am a techie with it, but by no means am I a quant scientist, okay? But You don't have the quant scientists can't sit here and ninja trade like this. You got to have a background of being a pilot, race car driver, pyrotechnician. A championship winning judo and wrestler in school. Also tap dancer, jazz dancer. Did all that. Won talent shows. Trained under Gregory Hines. Trained with Johnny Depp. I've done TV commercials, movies. I mean, I've been very adept. So this ninja scalping is works for me. It won't work for everybody. That's why I told my group, I said, all right, all this stuff we do to make a little money here and there that adds up to, the lifestyle that we have. I got a paid for house in 30A. Look up the Emerald Coast, Florida 30A area, and you'll know the lifestyle that I have, Santa Rosa Beach. And anyway, all of this comes from, money comes from different sources. I'm gonna finish the money from different sources in the next video. Like and subscribe, comment down below. Be right back.